teeners. We have a little bit more of a strength workout today, following that pretty hard cardio blast that we had last time. So I'm using 5-pound weights. I have, I think, 8 pounds at home. If you don't have dumbbells, you guys can use the cans of soup or wine bottles or kind of whatever you have around the house that will give you a little bit of resistance. You can also do all of these movements without any weight at all if for whatever reason your shoulders start to bother you. So we have, sorry, my list is over here. We have 3 different grouped movements, and for each of those I want you to hit them 2 to 4 rounds each. So the first one is going to be a kneel press, a side crunch, and a half kneel twist. So it's going to be a little bit of a flow in this one, and then we'll move on to the next one. So I'll just show you these movements first. If you've got a towel or like a little cushion or something for your knees, I would suggest using that. Also, please make sure that you are warm before you start these. So kneel press, you're going to take your weights, you're going to come back onto this seated position onto your heels. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the weights up. You're going to extend, press, and then we're going to go with the tricep. 1, 2. Okay, when I'm coming down with the tricep, I keep the elbows nice and close. Extend, come down. Okay, pushing up, squeeze the booty nice and tall. 3. So you're going to go for 12 of those. You're going to put the weights off to the side, and you're going to bring your hand to the side and your leg out. So I'm actually going to turn so you guys can see. I'm going to be here. It's really important that I don't set my hips back, that I have my hips pulled forward and the belly is engaged. I'm going to reach up over my head and I'm going to crunch. 1, 2, 3. I'm actively, like I'm pulling something with this hand. 4, meeting the elbow and the knee. Don't think about crunching in front of you. Think about using these oblique muscles, the side muscles, to crunch here. Okay? So I'm going to go for 12 on one side, and then I'm going to switch, and I'm going to go for 12 on the other. You're not really going for speed here. I really want you to go for a little bit more control here, and I'm not just letting the leg flop down, touching with control. Next one, you're going to stay in this kneeling position. You can do this one without a weight. You're going to go for a half kneel. So 90 degree in the back knee, 90 degree in the front knee. If you need some more padding, please grab it for this bottom knee or roll your mat. One weight will do. You're going to grab a hold of the ends. What I want you to think about doing is creating a diagonal line. I'm going to come up. You don't have to extend the arms all the way straight. Just come up, and then I'm going to use my belly to turn. I'm not letting this knee cave in. I'm staying nice and stable in my lunge position. Up. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go for 12, and then you're going to switch sides, making sure that I'm nice and stable, thinking diagonal line, coming down, rotation. Yeah? So the movement is coming from my low belly and my back, and not just my shoulders. I'm not just going shoulders. Yeah? Keep this foot nice and plugged in and nice and active. So again, that knee is driving out. So that's going to be your first set. Complete that. It's 12 reps each. Again, up to you guys, 2 to 4 rounds on that. And then we're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be a suitcase deadlift. So you're going to grab both weights. You're going to pretend like you have a suitcase in your hand. And all you're going to do is slightly bend the knees. You're going to come down, back up. 1. So a little bit different than a traditional deadlift. I don't want you to think about keeping the hips super high. Just like you're setting down, it's almost a squat basically. Setting down the weights, standing back up. Okay? Chest stays up, shoulders stay rolled back and down. Don't let that pull you forward. After that, you guys are going to go for a squat to a lateral raise. So essentially you're doing the same thing. You might widen your feet a little bit. Squat. 1. Squat. 2. So with the lateral raise, you can just go to shoulder height. If you've got a little bit of lighter weights and you want to go a little bit higher, you're more than welcome there. So suitcase deadlift, a little bit of a narrower foot position. Here, here, that squat. You can go a little bit wider. Here, here. And then we have a push press. So I want you to think about using the legs. So it's a small dip, the knees drive out, push, through the floor to press overhead. So this one is a little bit faster. Push, press. 1, 2, 3. So I'm almost thinking like small jump, and I'm using that energy transfer to push the weights over my head. This one, you're gonna go for 24. So this round, same thing, up to you and where you're at, 2 to 4 rounds there, 12 reps each. Next, we're gonna go for a lateral lunge with the dumbbell row. So what that's gonna look like is you're gonna have the weights at your feet. I'm gonna go for a lateral lunge, and I'm gonna reach across. Here, I lunge, pull in, lunge, pull in, put it down, put it down, pick it up, pick it up, put it down, put it down, okay? So you're gonna go for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're gonna go for a curtsy lunge with a curl. So you got a couple options out here. Curtsy lunge, you're gonna bring behind you. You can curl here, up, curl here, down, curl here, up, curl here. So you're actually gonna count your lunges. You're gonna curl at the bottom, and just because for fun, curls for the girls. Girls don't actually want curls, they want carbs, but whatever. You're gonna curl at the top as well. So you're just gonna be counting the lunges there. The next one is gonna be a halo twist. One weight, I'm gonna grab a hold. I'm gonna think about going around my head here. 1, 2, so again, we're really strengthening that full range in the shoulder. It doesn't have to be fast, it has to be controlled. I'm keeping the weight pretty close to my face. If this feels good to you, and you can add a little bit onto this, I want you to add the twist. So it's similar to the half kneel twist we did earlier. You're gonna come around, I'm gonna soften the knees, and I'm gonna twist. This hip can start to follow, yeah? And then I'm gonna just follow that energy right back up, here, up. This one gets a little bit string for some people and they don't like it. So if that's you, that's cool. Just stay with the halo twist. Just stay with the halo, no twist. The difference is, again, halo is going to be here. I'm doing both, but with the twist, I'm adding that hip and that turn through my core. So kind of like throwing a punch, right? I'm going to follow through with my hip. It's not going to be throwing a punch like that. Ugh. Nobody throws a punch like that. Anyways, so again, you have 3 exercises. In each one of those groups, you're going to repeat just the 3. So you're going to do 2 to 4 reps of the first set of 3. You're going to move on to the second set of 3 of the exercises, and then you're going to complete 2 to 4 rounds there, and then you're going to move on to the third one. Totally up to you on how you're feeling, what weights you have, and where you want to go with this strength portion. So it can take a while. If you're going to do up to 4 reps of each, you can make it a little bit shorter by doing 2. Enjoy.